If you're in the market for a borescope for some use around your property, maybe you have some projects that you want to inspect, or maybe you even have a side hustle where one might be beneficial, definitely check out this option. What I'm going to be showing you today is a Vevor 100-foot reel. These are available on their website. I'll have a link in the description. They also have some various links that you can purchase. They even have handheld models if you don't need something as large as this. And I've already been testing this one out around the house. I'm super impressed with it. We've ran it through quite a bit of drain pipe. I've ran it through some sewer pipe, and we've even inspected the dryer lint pipe that goes from the dryer to the outlet, clean that out, and then we're gonna do an after shot with that. And in this video, I will show you all that footage and go over the operation of this and let you know what I think about it. So for starters, the reel itself is more compact than I expected, which is also a benefit. You can get it into some tighter spaces. And here's the camera. It's got the lights on the end and a little tip to help guide it to the pipe. And then this power cord will connect right here to the Vevor interface. There's going to be a screw here that attaches it to the main reel. The screen itself is 4.3 inches, and on one side we have the charger on-off switch and the camera hookup, and on the other is a TF card, which is the same thing as a micro SD card. This one came with a 16 gigabyte option. This is great if you want to upload the clip to your computer or share it with clients. If that's your goal, all you'll have to do is pick up some sort of an inexpensive reader off Amazon. They just plug straight into your computer or laptop, and then you can just simply upload your file. And on the back of the screen, we have this little mounting bracket that just clips in and out of the actual screen itself. But in order to mount it to the reel, we'll have to have that in place so we can get that attached. And I made sure to give this thing a full charge out of the box. This charger was included, and it's going to have an amber light here showing that it is charging. And once you've got it fully charged, it took about an hour, you're going to get this blue indicator light letting you know that you're good to go. And a nice thing about the reel is it has some sort of a tensioner spring, so it makes it kind of want to auto feed, but it's being held in place by these little bolts here, and you can just loosen this up, and that way it lets the reel spin freely. This tendency to auto feed actually made it a lot easier to fish the line down the pipes. It makes one-handed operation possible, even though two is still preferred. But once you get done, just tighten up these little bolts, and that's going to go ahead and get everything secured for storage or transport. But for now, we'll go ahead and get the main interface attached to the frame. It's fully adjustable here. There's a little bracket on the back that allows you to move it to where you can keep it out of the sun's glare. And there's also a protective film on the screen. We'll go ahead and remove that, but you could leave it if you like, and then we're going to test this thing out. So initially, you'll get this Vevor welcome screen before it takes you to the borescope live feed. It's got the time, the date, your battery level, everything, and this screen looks great. It doesn't show the little squares in person like you see on the camera. That's just a residual of me filming the screen. But there is a settings menu that allows you to change all the different color, contrast, lighting, things like that. Anything that you can use to make your dog show up better. But let's show you what you actually came here to see. I'm going to jump into a real world task where we have this dryer vent pipe that runs through the crawl space and pops out into the foundation. I've never actually cleaned this out, and we've lived here for some years. This stuff's highly flammable, and they say it's something that you need to clean out every 6 months. So I've never done that, but this will be a perfect option to run this borescope down. We've moved the dryer out, and we've got the access pipe here for the vent. We're going to go ahead and push it down and get that thing going. And this is actually the very first time I even used this borescope. I didn't do any kind of a practice run with it. Just went ahead and got it in the pipe, started filming it, and then started unreeling. It worked easy enough with one hand. You can see here we're in the main run, and this is a relatively smooth and flat pipe. It just has a lot of lint built up in there. And I'll have to say I was actually pleasantly surprised with how easy it was to push this through the pipe. Again, we're going to try it on some different things later to show you, but this thing just feeds through with one hand. It's kind of tricky because I'm filming with the other hand, but it's going to be super ideal if you can fish it with your right hand in this situation and then unreel it with your left, and it'll also make reeling it back in quite a bit easier. So here we are nearing the end of the run. Again, it's went through no problem. I don't have as much lint in there as I thought I was going to have, but still some in there that needs to be addressed. And then this thing pops out underneath the front deck. And this pipe in total is about 20 feet in length. It also went straight down to a 90-degree elbow. So right down here, it goes 90 and then goes out through the crawl space. So it made it through that no problem. And when you're reeling it back in, I did find that it's better to use two hands instead of one. That way you can pull it in with one hand and then reel it up with the other. And then real quick, we're going to clean out this dryer vent pipe. Again, this stuff's pretty flammable, so I picked up this dryer vent cleaning brush off Amazon. I'll have a link for that in the description as well. But really all it is these nylon rods that connect to this clean out auger. And you're going to push that into the pipe from the outside, hook it to a drill, and then just push it in and pull all the lint out. And then just keep adding sections to it. And this may sound strange, but this is one of the most satisfying DIY projects that I've done in a while. It just pulls that lint out, and this is going to make the dryer work a lot more effectively. Once you've got that little section cleaned out, just keep adding rods until you come all the way back into the house. So I've got the camera set up here that shows me coming through the pipe that we just bore scoped, and then I'm going to work that all the way back out to the foundation and get this last pull of lint. And we cleaned a ton out of here. There's a lot more in there than I realized initially. So now I'm coming back with the Vevor bore scope to show you the after footage. Here's the scope going down that 90-degree elbow that I mentioned earlier. And then you can see here it's night and day difference. This pipe is clean. And we're just going to go ahead and feed it all the way out here again just to kind of do an inspection of sorts. So if you were doing this for a customer and you wanted to show them the after footage, you can just roll this camera right down the pipe, let them see everything's cleaned out. And then we're going to run this thing all the way back out to the daylight, again up under the deck here. And you can see here that is a very clean pipe, and that would definitely pass inspection. So I'm very satisfied with this bore scope's performance out of the box and on this first project, but on to the next. Now you could easily bore scope this section of your gutter downspout, but what I'm more interested in checking on is the portion here that's buried, this corrugated pipe. So we'll go ahead and get this thing ran down here, have a look at it. This section is about 30 feet in total, and it runs up underneath the driveway. And one of the very first things I ran into, I wasn't sure what this was at first, but this is a grounding rod, one of those copper grounding rods. This drove into the corner of the house here, so that was something I did after the fact. Didn't even realize I'd hit the pipe. And then here's like a strange bend in the pipe that's kind of got a weird crease. If you run into something like that, you can back it out and then push it in a couple times, and then you're back off to the races. With the rounded plastic tip on that camera head, it's almost like it was made for corrugated pipe. It just runs through this thing like butter. And I had the same experience with all the other corners of my house where I ran it down the corrugated pipe just to check for any crushed portions and any issues that I might find. But again, this one just kind of slides all the way out into daylight. We'll see it here in just a little while. And we also run into a little bit of obstruction here. So you can see the pipe's kind of crushed for some reason. Maybe this is where it was connected. I'm not really sure what that is. But the bore scope slides right past it. It doesn't really care. It just kind of keeps going and wants to kind of auto feed through this pipe. And then now we must be getting close to the end because we're starting to run into some of the debris. And what I found here is if you run into any kind of a snag or feels like it's not pushing, just back it up again and kind of push it a little further through. This flexible rod is stiff enough where it will kind of want to push the camera, and then once it gets on top, it'll just glide on out towards the end of the run. So for corrugated pipe with this bore scope, I give it an A+. And since this camera is rated for wet locations, and you have something like this where you have a clean out pipe that goes up towards your septic, you could run it down through there without having to worry about the functionality. You could either run it down this pipe and then out into your septic tank to help locate that, or you could run it the other direction and go into your house and check your drain lines coming from the house. But either direction you decide to go, just make sure that you're safe and wear some disposable gloves, and then work to keep the equipment as clean as possible. But this is definitely an option for you. Again, there's many uses for this camera. If it goes through the corrugated pipe, you know that it's going to go through the smooth PVC pipe. Honestly, this has been a super fun tool to play with. I wish I had gotten one sooner. They're definitely very easy to operate, very user-friendly. But also keep in mind that you don't have to get the 100-foot reel. They have some smaller options available. They even have the handheld options if you're doing some automotive work. And again, I'll have a link for this in the description and a link to their website so that you can check out all of their different offerings. If you have any questions about this product, definitely leave those in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you guys all the time. I try to get back to everyone as much as possible. But in the meanwhile, I really appreciate you for tuning in. I hope that you'll consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. All right, peace.